If you're one of my neighbors and you're watching this, and I know who you are, that you're voting Democrat, I could tell by the stickers on your cars and shit like that. If all these illegals start coming in, I'm going to put a sign in my yard with an arrow that says they voted for you to come here. All right, guys, this is a suggestion via Locals member. And the video we're going to be showing is Border Patrol agents allegedly could leave in droves if Kamala Harris is elected. I could see that. I could really see it.
Welcome back. Another new migrant caravan on the way. This is about 2,000 illegal migrants on the caravan headed to the United States southern border. They're coming from Mexico just 2 weeks before the presidential election. The surge in immigrants coming, as many of them are reportedly worried that if Donald Trump is elected, he will end asylum appointments through the CBP One app. They're probably right about that. Joining us now is former National Border Patrol Council President Brandon Judd. Brandon, great to see you. Thanks so much for being here. So we got another caravan on the way. Do you know anything about this? What can you tell us, and what's your reaction?
Yeah, this just shows you how intelligent the cartels are, and that's the most dangerous aspect of border security, dealing with the criminal organizations that control every single facet of how people cross our borders illegally. What they're doing is they're recognizing that right now is the time to try to make as much profit as they possibly can.
Okay, this is perfectly timed. There's no real attention on the southern border right now. When's the last time you saw the southern border in the news? And I want to say thank you to someone that made a donation via Locals. If you join up on Locals, you get access to a Discord server and you can make suggestions for me to react to these videos and, more importantly, share this information because I can't keep eyes everywhere. But when's the last time anyone was mentioning the southern border? This video came out 3-4 days ago, completely unnoticed. Kamala Harris is doing all these town halls. Donald Trump is flying all over the United States. Complete distraction. And I think the cartels, this guy right here, nails it. The cartels could absolutely get people through right now.
Their business operations, but what they do is they look at our policies. They test the pulse of what the politics are here in the United States, and they tailor their operations based upon our policies. And this administration's policies have clearly allowed them to generate profits that have just never been seen before.
Is this a modern day like Trojan horse? Have we received thousands and thousands and thousands of Trojan horses over the last, I don't know, 4 years since Kamala Harris and Joe Biden have been in office? Is that what this is? The cartels, are they emotionally manipulating the American people? Now, a lot of people are going to say it's because of economic conditions. I'm sorry. That does not allow asylum. That's an economic problem in the countries they live in. It's not my problem. Fix your own economy. Don't come here. Do not come here.
I mean, is this administration ignoring the drug cartels? Do they not understand that these very dangerous cartels are actually putting people's lives in jeopardy, exploiting women and children, bringing all these drugs in? Why hasn't this president and vice president taken on the Mexican drug cartels who are working with the Chinese Communist Party to create this death and destruction in America?
First, they do understand it. You know, everybody knows that we have the best intel operations in the entire world. We know what's going on. We know what the driver is. We know who the bad actors are. We know everything about these cartels, whether it's Sinaloa cartel, the Gulf cartel. We know everything about them. The problem is politics always gets in the way.
Thousands of Customs and Border Patrol agents are saying, we've had it. We're finished. We're done. We've had enough of this shit. Right? Wow. And why are we more worried about these organizations in other countries than we are an actual enemy of the American people, an actual enemy, the cartel? And he just rattled off a bunch of names of cartels. Why are we not doing anything with our military with the cartels at the southern border? This is an active invasion. Look at this. Look at this. These are not children. These are men, fighting-aged men.
were to shut down those borders, then they're going to have a lot less people that turn up to the polls when they vote. So that's the problem again with politics, is we put the aspirations of single individuals ahead of what's best for this country, and that's what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris has done constantly. You know, they tout we need legislation, and while we do absolutely need legislation, Congress has to step to the plate to give us good legislation, not the legislation that Kamala Harris is constantly talking about, so that we don't have one person controlling everything, so that we have laws that will shut this down. But there are policies right now that she could do that would secure our border, that these cartels don't generate the profit that they do.
That's the problem. The big word, profit. You make it profitable for people to come here. You give them free things. And you continue to give them free things. You give them free places to live, free food, free money. Who wouldn't come for that? Hell, I would walk across the border for that. You give me some free stuff. If I'm on Medicare, Medicaid, if I'm an old person right now and I am being absolutely ratioed by my government, I get rid of my passport. I get rid of my driver's license. I go to Mexico. I come through the southern border and I get caught and I claim asylum. That's what I do. And you'll immediately get better treatment, better health care, better everything than what you're getting right now. They have made it profitable. This is an absolute industry to bring people here, to transport them, and bring in all the booger sugar and all the other narcotics. This is a profitable business. There are people getting filthy rich with this.
So it just depends on how they try to do it, whether they use the CBP1 app.
Why would our government create an app for a phone and then tell all of the people sneaking in how to use it? Why would they do that? Does that make any sense that you're being invaded and you're like, hey, let me make it easier for you to invade me? Here's an app. Download this on the Apple Store. Download this on the Google Play Store. Download it on your phone that you've probably gotten for free. And then you can book, or more importantly, you can see where there's no Border Patrol agents. Why not? Guys, I'm at a point right now where if you vote for Kamala Harris, you deserve everything you're going to get. That's where I'm at right now. Okay? I think if you touch the stove once, maybe it's an accident. Twice, okay, you were just checking to see if it was still hot. 3 times, you deserve to get burned. Your hand deserves it. You're an idiot. And that's where we're at right now. You know, we had Obama 8 years. Border, not really that good. It was horrible. We'll just be honest. You had Donald Trump. You had a good, secure border. Numbers dropped tremendously. You elect Biden and Harris. We got upwards of 12, 20 million. I mean, what's an extra million right now? Let's say 21 million. Okay? And then you have an opportunity to vote for someone to close it again, and you're like, nah, let's just let it go. You get everything you deserve. If you're one of my neighbors and you're watching this, and I know who you are, that you're voting Democrat, I could tell by the stickers on your cars and shit like that. If all these illegals start coming in, I'm going to put a sign in my yard with an arrow that says they voted for you to come here. Okay, I'm going to put an arrow there that says, go here. That's what I'm going to do. You deserve it. At this point, you deserve it.
We're still experiencing really, really high numbers. So these migrant caravans, although we haven't seen them in the past, we're seeing the equivalent of a caravan every single day spread out across our entire southwest border.
I mean, the issue of being unvetted is really what gets me. And we've got this new video which shows a large group of illegal migrants spotted near the Texas border this weekend. This includes 32 unaccompanied minors and 7 special interest migrants from Iran and Africa. Special interest migrants come from countries that pose a potential national security risk to the United States. Meanwhile, an illegal Honduran migrant has been sentenced to 37 years in prison in Texas. He was convicted of leading an organized criminal operation that was responsible for a series of high-profile home burglaries. He's already been deported from the United States twice. The illegal migrants arrested last week for sexual crimes against a child under 12 years old. I mean, the list keeps on going. Investigators say they entered the country illegally in 2021. They turned themselves into Border Patrol. They were told to call for a court date. They never did, obviously.
Do you think criminals are going to call for a court date? Hey, I snuck into the country. I've been deported 3 times. I am a convicted felon on every level. Can I book a date in court? Could I get, I'd like to request Perry Mason and Judge Joe Brown. Yeah. Maybe Matlock. Do you think anybody's going to do this? How dumb does our government have to be? Look at these guys. Look at this. What is going on? How does our government, how do our leaders do this? Republicans and Democrats. Okay? I have my own opinion about the Texas border, the governor of Texas. I've got my own opinion. You're not going to like it. You're not going to like my opinion on that guy. You're not. Because he has put people on buses and sent them to sanctuary cities, knowing good and well they will never be removed. If you're the governor of Texas, I want turrets. I want flamethrowers, moats, hippos, crocodiles in the Rio Grande. I don't want National Guard down there helping migrant dreamers climb through the razor wire. I want rappel borders. I want Second Amendment full display. This is an invasion. That's what I want out of a Texas governor.
I mean, why the U.S., officials believe that they're actually going to call you for a court date, and we're supposed to accept another caravan of unvetted people.
Yeah, and again, it strictly comes down to the policies that are being exploited by criminal organizations. We could shut down these organizations tomorrow. We have the power to do it. Kamala Harris promises that if she gets in the White House, that she will do it. We shouldn't. There's no reason that we have to believe her when she could do it right now.
Border Patrol agents are threatening that they are going to leave in droves. Okay, so I want to get your take on it. You speak to your colleagues, your former colleagues as well. Multiple agents told the New York Post they cannot face another 4 years of being undermined and scapegoated. They say if Donald Trump wins, they'll stay. Trump received a unanimous endorsement from the Border Patrol Union last week, and as you know, the union includes 16,000 men and women. He also recently unveiled a new border plan to bring in 10,000 new Border Patrol agents who would get an immediate 10% raise and a $10,000 retention and signing bonus, Brandon. But if he doesn't win, they say they're out of there. What have you heard?
Yeah, people want to feel like their job means something. They want to feel like they're accomplishing something when they go home every single day. And right now, Border Patrol agents don't feel that way. We feel more like the Welcome Patrol rather than the Border Patrol.
If you're a Border Patrol agent right now, you're a welcoming committee. You are not allowed to do your job. That's got to be really frustrating. Wow. This is a gut-wrenching video. Thank you to the locals member that suggested this video. If you've already voted, I hope you did the right thing. And if not, I hope you have a sign outside of your house that says, illegals, come live with me. If you don't, and you live near me and I know who you are, I'm going to put a sign outside of my house with an arrow pointing to your door. Say, go live there. Okay? This is disgusting. Customs and Border Patrol said that we've had enough. We can't do this anymore. We're being exploited. We're being, we're not doing our jobs. We're a welcoming committee. If you would like to support the channel, join the channel, veteranbiker.locals.com. If you've got a video that you want to suggest for me to react to and share like this, send it.